So we're going to multiply matrices in this Math in Minute video. So matrices are defined by row and column. So A has 2 rows and 3 columns. B has 3 rows and 4 columns. So in order to determine whether you can multiply matrices, this column has to have the same number as this row. So this is A multiplied by B. So in this case, we have a 3 and a 3, which is the same number. So yes, we can multiply A times B. What if we tried to multiply B times A? Our B is 3 by 4, and our A is 2 by 3. These two numbers have to be the same in order to do it. 4 and 2 are not the same. So we cannot multiply B times A. So this would be no. So let's look at the method we would use in order to multiply matrices. So the method we're going to use to multiply the matrices is we're going to take the first row and multiply it with each of the columns and then total the sum. So we're going to take this row and multiply it against each of the columns and then sum up the total. And then after we do that, we go to the second row and we're going to multiply that against each of the columns and sum up their total. So let's go ahead and look at an example of how to do that. All right, so we have row and column. So row 1, column 1. So we're going to take this number and we're going to multiply it by this number. So we're going to have 1 times 5. And then we're going to add 4 times 3. And then we're going to add -2 times -2. And then we're going to sum that total. So we have 5 plus 12 plus 4, which equals 21. And we're going to continue with the first row and go to the second column. So we have row 1, column 2. And that would be 1 times 2 plus 4 times 6 plus -2 times 9. And that would equal 2 plus 24 plus -18, which equals 8. 1 row, column 3, would equal 1 times 8 plus 4 times 4 plus -2 times 7, which equals 8 plus 16 plus -14. And that equals 10. And the last column is 1 row, column 4, which would equal 1 times -1 plus 4 times 5 plus -2 times -3. Multiply, that would be -1 plus 20 plus 6 equal 25. So now we are going to go to our second row. So in order to have some more room and I can erase this, I put our values in our new matrix. New matrix is multiplying A times B. We put our value of 21 in our first row, first column, our value of 8 in our first row, second column, and our value of 10 in our first row, third column. Value of 25 goes in to our first row, fourth column. So I'm going to erase this and we're going to do the second row. So now we are going to go to our second row, row 2, column 1. So that will equal 3 times 5 plus 5 times 3 plus -6 times -2. And this equals 15 plus 15 plus 12. And that sums to 42. Row 2, column 2. This will be 3 times 2 plus 5 times 6 plus -6 times 9. And that will equal 6 plus 30 minus 54, which equals negative 18. Row 2, column 3 equals 3 times 8 plus 5 times 4 plus negative 6 times 7, which equals 24, plus 20 minus 42, which equals 2. Our last column is 4, and again we're going to do 3 times negative 3 plus 5 times 5 and negative 6 times negative 3. That is equal to negative 9 plus 25 plus 18, which equals 40. And we're going to put these values in our second row. So we put our row 2 values in our new matrix. So we have 42, negative 18, 2, and 40. So that is multiplying A times B. So if I get rid of all this, we can see this 2 by 3 matrix multiplied by 3 by 4. These two numbers determine that we could do it. These last two numbers on the outside tell us what our new matrix will be, a 2 by 4 matrix. 2 rows and 4 columns. So this is the answer to our multiplication problem. Any math topics you would like me to cover, please leave in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and we'll see you next time.